Well, we've just passed the halfway mark into the 60-day legislative fiscal session. In the first 30 days, we saw the commercial activity tax and the Louisiana business tax all come to a screeching halt in the House Ways and Means Committee. This was a big win for the business community, including our oil and gas industry. A big thanks to LOGA member Danny McCormick for making the trip to Baton Rouge to testify and giving the Ways and Means Committee his take on how an increase in taxes will impact his business. His fiery testimony is still being referenced around the Capitol as we continue to fight taxes on Louisiana businesses. Talk of the budget is still the centerpiece of this session and will continue to be until the last day. So what's the latest? The House has sent House Bill 1, the budget bill, over to the Senate side of the process. Before sending it to the Senate, Representative Cameron Henry of Metairie amended the bill to transform it to a standstill budget. The standstill budget is one that is built on the premise that Louisiana should not spend more money next year than it has this year. Instead, the budget will allow for the legislature to appropriate just over 97% of the funds they are expected to receive. The legislature relies on the Revenue Estimating Committee to give an estimated amount of revenue that can be appropriated for the upcoming fiscal year. Unfortunately, the Revenue Estimating Committee does not have a crystal ball, and more often than not, their prediction exceeds the amount of revenue actually recognized. Estimating is just that, an estimate. The standstill budget will give the state a little more cushion if the revenue estimate is off, possibly protecting the state from mid-year and other budget cuts down the line. In the last Capitol Report, we told you about a bill that LOGA requested to be filed. House Bill 461 by Representative Stuart Bishop of Lafayette lowers the severance tax from 12.5% to 6.25% for inactive wells, and further lowers the severance tax rate on inactive wells that have been part of the state's orphaned well program for 5 years or longer from 12.5 to 3.125%. We have good news. House Bill 461 has passed out of the House of Representatives and is now on its way to the Senate for further consideration. There were also two legislative races that we were closely monitoring. The first was a runoff for the North Louisiana House District 8 seat between Log Pack endorsed Raymond Cruz and Robbie Gaddy. Raymond Cruz was victorious with an overwhelming 64% of the vote. The next race was the Baton Rouge election of 13 candidates running for the Senate seat in District 2. As was expected, we're headed for a runoff between current State Representative Ed Price from Gonzales and Warren Harang, a sugarcane farmer from Donaldsonville. Stay tuned as we look ahead into the second half of the 2017 regular legislative session. Till next time, this is Ben Broussard with the LOGA Capitol Report.